What's going on, Ewan? And welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Mav, bringing you back to top 10 R&B and rap albums of 2008. It's August 29th as I am recording this, but you may see this on the 30th. So I'm rocking the King of Pop Michael Jackson jersey today. Rest in peace to the GOAT. Happy birthday to the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Had to get that out of the way. But yeah, we back. We going into 2008. 2008 in general, this is like the beginning of the mid. This is like the beginning of the mid. Because like more poppy stuff was on the radio around this time. But you still had some sprinkles of hardcore, hip hop, and smidgens of pure R&B. But still, this is the beginning of the mid. But there were a few bright spots, and we're gonna highlight those in this list. You know what I'm saying? Remember, you can have your own list if you cannot respect my opinions, man. Criteria is gonna be the same, and exclusions is gonna be the same. I think this is the first time. Yeah, I can't think of any honorable mentions I failed to mention for 07. So yeah, this is good, because I don't feel like there isn't too much to highlight from 08 and 09 that I would consider underrated or hidden gems, because this, as I've warned you before, is the beginning of the mid. But anyway, we're getting into the list. Going on at number 10, we got Ashanti's The Declaration. Now I had to put this on here because of how big I Got That Good I Got That Good was. You know what I'm saying? It was on the radio recurring, but like my sister eventually ended up buying the album, and then like we discovered some pretty good tracks on our own. In my opinion, the two best tracks are Girlfriend, where she's like, if you let me be your girlfriend, I will let you touch everything that I am. And me being a listener to this, you know, my ears was my fancy was tickled. You know what I'm saying?
Body all over your body, baby. Your body all over my body, baby.
And then the collabo she had with Robin Thicke, you know what I'm saying? I'll be your wife, I'll be the air you breathe, I'll be your drug. You know what I'm saying? Fire, bruh. And then Robin Thicke is in the background like, run a shot, run. You know you wanna do it, babe. Washing dishes when you kisses, when you bubbles, babe. Come on, man. That has to be one of the Things You Made Me Do is one of the most smoothest tracks she ever did, man. I want to say this is the first Ashanti album like post Murder Inc. too. So yeah, I'm glad she got out of that situation. Shout out you, Ashanti. Shout out you. Oh yeah, she got a song with Nelly on here. I thought it was pretty fire too. But anyway, moving forward. Coming in at number 9, we got Nas's Untitled album. I thought this album was pretty well put together. You know what I'm saying? Nas's lyricism definitely still shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, it may not be. Remember, I told you 2008 was the year of the mid. Like, if you compare this to Nas's previous works, and even some of the works after this one, you would consider this mid. But I still consider this pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Untitled is pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, he wanted to release it as the nigga album, but you know how America is, man. You know, they don't want to put a racial slur on their joints. But yeah, I do like Queens Get the Money, Breathe, Hero with Carrie Hilson goes crazy, Nigga the Slave and the Master goes crazy. You know what I'm saying? Black President goes crazy, and Make the World Go Round with Chris Brown in the Game is fire too. You know what I'm saying? But apart from that, you know, it ain't. You know, it's not, you know, much to write home about. Like, you know, it's nowhere near as good as Stillmatic or I Am or Hip Hop Is Dead. But I will go back to this album in a heartbeat over Nostradamus. So yeah, man. Shout out Nas. Coming in at number 8. Woo! Some of y'all gonna hate me for this. But I don't care. We got I Am Sasha Fierce by Beyonce. And look, man. I'll give this album its just due. Like, it's a nice slim 11th track project. But my biggest problem with this album is that I feel like Single Ladies got too overplayed. And not only did it get too overplayed, but I feel like, the Beehive took it too literal. Like, the female members of the Beehive took that way too literal. And I'm like, y'all, did y'all forget that this album literally came out the same year her and Jay-Z got married? But yeah, man. Halo was good for a while until it started to get a little overplayed. And Ira Boy, the lyrics are a bit too feminist for me. You know what I'm saying? I did like Ava Maria and Broken Hearted Girl. Those were pretty solid. You know what I'm saying? Those were pretty solid. And then Diva was pretty solid. You know what I'm saying? And Video Phone was pretty good. And Sweet Dreams also at a point got overplayed, but it's Beyonce at a point, man. We gotta put it in there. Remember, this is the 2008 is the beginning of the mid, okay? This isn't her best work, but it's far from her worst. It's one of her most annoying works, but it's not the worst work, okay? Number 7. We got Young Jeezy with The Recession. Yes, sir. And you know the reason why this album makes the list. I put on for my city, on for my city. I put on for my city, I put on for my city. Put on east side, put on south side, put on. That Hustler's Ambition, Who That, Crazy World, Welcome Back. By the way, all good tracks, man. I also like everything with Annie Hamilton and Lil Boosie. You know what I'm saying? And My President with Nas, extra fire. You know what I'm saying? Young Jeezy kind of, regained his more fun self during this album, and I can do nothing but appreciate it. Mind you, I don't think he ever did as good as Thug Motivation 101, and I don't think he'll ever top that. But this album and Thug Motivation 102 are very close. You know what I'm saying? They're like just a tad below Thug Motivation 101. You know what I mean? But yeah, this album has a lot of heat on it. You know what I mean? Go ahead and check it out. You know what I'm saying? Young Jeezy, very solid. Very solid. Coming in at number 6, we got Usher's Here I Stand. Here I Stand is I would say it's a good follow-up to what Confessions was. But the problem with this album, I feel like it doesn't get the praise it deserves because it came out after Confessions. It's like it falls into that 50 Cent Massacre Curtis range to where both are very good projects, but regardless of the fact, everybody will still compare it to Get Rich or Die Trying. I feel like everything that Usher put out post Confessions always will get compared to Confessions. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel like that's very fair because I can't name too many albums better than Confessions. Who can? So let's give Usher appreciation for this banger, especially for that Love in This Club joint with Jeezy. That shit is fire, bro. This Ain't Sexual, Smooth, Trading Places, Moving Mountains. And what's your name with Mel I Am? It's alright. It's alright. You know what I mean? Love You Gently is good. You know what I'm saying? Appetite is pretty good. Other than that, ain't much to write home about. I thought it was a very solid project. Like, you know what I mean? It's not, like, we get it, it's not Confessions, but let's not say that Usher didn't have enjoying enjoyable music post Confessions. Like, this is one of the Usher albums post Confessions that I come back to from time to time. Primarily because of that joint with Jeezy, but other than that, ain't too much to ride hard about apart from the other tracks that I mentioned. But like if you gonna hear some Usher, you know what I'm saying. I think Here I Stand is a good project to go back to. You know what I'm saying. Like, if you ask me, this is like a tier below. It's like a tier below his big three, which is My Way, A701, and Confessions, obviously. But still, Usher was still doing his thing in 08. Still doing his thing. Shout out you, Usher. Number 5. And this, I don't care what y'all say, this is one of the best rap albums I ever heard. This whole album, start to finish, is so good. I'm laughing just thinking about it. I'm laughing just thinking about it because it's so good. Because at number 5, we got LAX by The Game. Yes, sir. Bruh. Y'all slept when The Game put this banger out, bro. Y'all slept. The lyrics, man. He had, man, the bars, the production, all of this, man. Cold piece after cold piece. Everything from, well, I'm happy DMX opened and closed the album. I thought that was real wholesome of Game to include DMX on this project. Shout out Game for that. LAX Files was darn good. State of Emergency with Ice Cube in the background was fire. Bulletproof Diaries with Raekwon in the background was fire. My Life with Lil Wayne on the hook is arguably the best song on the album. You know what I'm saying? Money was fire too. I did like Touchdown with Raheem Devine. You know what I'm saying? Let Us Live. Dope Boys and Game's Pain with Keisha Cole. And then Letter to the King with Nas. All great tracks. All great tracks, man. Like, I don't think there's hardly anything on this album that's skip worthy. Like, and I'm gonna be honest, The Game has one of the best discographies of all time if you really look at it, bro. Because I don't think he put anything like that's below average. You know what I'm saying? Everything has been mostly good to great to iconic. You know what I'm saying? He's never put out anything below average. Shout out Game for this. But yeah, man. Number 4. We got Keisha Cole's A Different Me. You already know why this album is on here, man. Because for the amazing... There are like 2 standout songs. You know what I'm saying? That really carry this album high. And they are so memorable that, you know, they can't leave my head. You know what I'm saying? They can't leave my head. First thing is... I do like Make Me Over because I love the beat. You know what I'm saying? Please Don't Stop and Erotic are pretty fire. You Complete Me is an underrated single in my opinion. But the 2 best songs on here are Trust with Monica. I know you've been through a lot of things in your life. I can't be right. I don't want to hurt you. I'm down for you, baby. In your life. Sorry, I had to do it. And then my favorite song here is Player Cards Right with Tupac, bro. And shout out to Keisha Cole for including his mama in the video. You know what I'm saying? I wanna be the one who you can depend on me. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the smoothest tracks ever. And it has a good message about taking your time with your partner in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And not being in such a hurry to do shit. You know what I'm saying? I really like that. You know what I'm saying? That's effing cold. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. What more can I say, man? It's Keisha Cole, man. This was the end of her 3-peat. Because, like, from 2005 to this year, she dropped 3 enjoyable albums. And if you watch my last video, Just Like You got the #1 spot for R&B. So I had to let a different me come out 2002 because it was for 2008 because like I had to let it sit at second because there was just one R&B album that really took the cake for me. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Let's get to the second rap album on this list. Hey, you already know what it is. You already know what it is. It's T.I.'s Paper Trail. Yes, Sirski. Paper Trail, without a doubt, is literally up there with Urban Legend and King. Is literally up there, bro. That and trap music. Trap music is up there too. You know what I'm saying? Just when you thought that T.I. versus Tip wasn't all that great, and you thought T.I. was losing his muscle, you know what I'm saying? Because I know people are split on T.I. versus Tip. I thought T.I. versus Tip was good. I know some of y'all are split on T.I. versus Tip. I thought it was good. But T.I. comes out the very next year, it was like, oh no, it ain't over. It ain't over. You know what I'm saying? Those of you out there on was watching, you got a pocket. I'm going to handle this expeditiously. But nah, man. T.I.'s Paper Trail goes crazy. I do like Live Your Life. However, it did get to a point where that was overplayed alongside Dead and Gone. But when they let those songs die, I grew to appreciate them way more. You feel me? Especially that sample that Live Your Life had, that Lila, I like also On Top of the World with B.O.B. and Ludacris because like I felt like that was the perfect way for him and Ludacris to squash their beef. You know what I'm saying? Ready for Wherever is pretty fire. But you all know the best song on here is You Can Have Whatever You Like. Say you could have whatever you like. Hey, hey. Swing Your Rag and No Matter What was pretty good. What's Up, What's Happening is alright. Swagger Like Us is pretty fire, but I know some of y'all are split on it, but I think it's fire because it's another one of those tracks where Jay-Z is on a song and he didn't have the best verse. T.I. was like, I'm gonna let you legends come on my album, alright? But I ain't finna let you beat me on my own album. You know what I'm saying? It's arguable between, like, I think T.I. had the best closing. You know what I'm saying? He was the best closing verse, but like, I don't know, because Lil Wayne and Kanye did good on that song too, man. But yeah, man. Shout out to T.I., man, for putting this banger of an album. You know what I'm saying? Paper Trail. I find myself going back to it more than once. But anyway, before I get to the best R&B and rap album, we're going to go through some honorable mentions. For R&B, we got Jasmine Sullivan's Fearless. This album had some pretty good songs on it. Like, I do like Lions, Tigers, and Bears. I did like that one. I have mixed emotions about Bust Your Windows because I don't like the idea of a crazy lady busting my property down. Like, I ain't with that. But I do like Need You Bad, you know what I'm saying, and Dream Big. Those were pretty good songs. But, like, you know, apart from that, ain't too much filler to write home about. But, you know, I respect Jasmine Sullivan, you know what I'm saying. She's definitely one of the most underrated talents to come in this R&B game at such a desperate time like this one. Then we got Avant. And to be honest, this joint is on here because of Break Your Back. But no. I can't just diss Avant like that. Man. You know, Avant had other stuff, but like, you know, it's the same problem that Usher has with Confessions. Avant didn't put anything out that was up to the level of my thoughts. I mean, you could argue his second album was up there too, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, this album, I'm not saying this album is bad, it's just that not as good or as memorable as my thoughts were. But Avant was still having, you know, a great run throughout this time period, you know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta give Avant his flowers, man. This brother's mad talented. Then we got Robin Thicke, Something Else. You know, solid, well put together, but like, You know, it didn't hit as hard as his first project yet again. It didn't hit as hard as his previous project. You know what I mean? And I could say the same about the next honorable mention on this list, Evolver. This album is heavily carried by Green Light. And if Jasmine Sullivan and Beyonce and Usher and everybody else on this list didn't put out better quality music, John Legend would have snuck his way in my list. He almost made it on my 2004 list, but like 2003-2004 list, but like those years were way too loaded. The problem with John Legend is that he came out in a time period where like there's an influx of talent, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, coming in for rap honorable mentions, we got Rick Ross, Trilla. I really do like the Boss track with T-Pain, because T-Pain kills that doggone hook, you know what I'm saying? And that beat, that do 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 do, and Here I Am with Avery Storm, I think his name is. Yup, Avery Storm and Nelly. I got a bunch of dollars I got spending on her. Boom, boom, boom. And she gonna be my lady, she gonna be my lover. Doom, doom, doom. Call him on a late night, act like he ain't acting right. Every woman needs a Superman. Here I am. I do like that, but like the problem with this album is that like I didn't enjoy the filler, cause like, you know, I feel like some of this filler is just, especially with the DJ Khaled interlude, man. I feel like some of the filler I could do without in this album, and that's why it didn't make my list. You know what I'm saying? And furthermore, Rick Ross has a fake gangster tough guy image, man. Did you know this dude recently just got ran up on in Canada, bro? Like, you still beefing with Drake, and you thought it was sweet to roll up in his country and not get dealt with by them Drake stands. Come on, bro. But anyway, and I hate to admit this. I really, really hate to admit this. Let's get a dishonorable mention out the way. Remember, 2008 is the beginning of the mid, because this is one of the most overrated albums of all time. I'm sorry, but "808s and Heartbreaks" by Kanye West is one of the most mediocre ass albums I've ever heard. Very mediocre. Heartless, and Love Like Down carry this album too hard, to the point where everybody gives it more praise than it deserves. But this album was not all that good. I'm gonna just be honest. I can't even name anything that's catchy or memorable enough from this album apart from those two singles. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I didn't really like this album. Like, Kanye definitely had a senior slump. You know what I mean? Because after the epicness, that was the 3-album one of College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, he puts this mid-ass shit out. No, I don't like it. Anyways, the best R&B album of 2008 goes to Neo, Year of the Gentleman. I had to put this in there because Miss Independent goes crazy. You know what I'm saying? She got her own thing. That's why I love her. Miss Independent. Ooh, the way you shine. And then he did a follow-up to that called She Got Her Own. Jamie Foxx killed that hook. And I love that sample around that. Classic. But and then he had Closer, that dum dum burn. Turn the lights off in this place. The stars. You know what I'm saying? Come closer, closer, come closer. And I just can't pull myself away. And I just, I just can't stop. Just can't stop. I just can't stop. I just can't stop. Come on, man. Extra heat. Extra heat. Extra heat. And then y'all know the best song on here. 'Cause baby, I know sometimes it's gonna rain. Baby, can we make up now? 'Cause I can't sleep through the pain. Girl, I don't wanna go to bed mad at you, and I don't want you to go to bed mad at me, and I don't wanna go to bed mad at you, and I don't want you to go to bed. But yeah, man, the funny part about it is, like, toward the end of that song, Neo sounds like a kid that just got in trouble for doing something he wasn't supposed to do, when he's singing it like this. No, I don't want to go to bed. Freaking hilarious. But anyway, Neo definitely got it this year. Neo definitely got it. That's all I'll remember on the radio around this time of year anyway, so. And number one, the best rap album, it should be obvious. It should be obvious. But at the same time, it is debatable, but still, the Carter 3 takes the cake for the best rap album of 08. And it's not even because of Lollipop. Rest in peace to Static Major. It's not even because of Lollipop. It's not even because of A Milli. It's not even because of that. It's because the filler on this shit went hard. I'm talking, hey, Mr. Carter, tell me where you been. Where you been? They been asking, they been women, they been wondering why. And yet again, Jay-Z is featured on a track by another artist where he gets outperformed and outshined. In fact, Lil Wayne hit him with a taste of his own medicine, because when he said, don't let Miss Carter grieve at the funeral parlor, dripping tears down my sleeve, he stole that line from Jay-Z's verse on Lucky Me from In My Lifetime Volume 1. And he used it against him on this track. Yeah, this album has a lot of other bangers on it, like Miss Officer with Bobby V. That fire, bro. Even though it did get a little bit overplayed, but it wasn't as overplayed as A Milli or Lollipop. You know what I'm saying? Then I also like Three-Peat, which was the beginning track. Three-Peat definitely set the tone for the album, man. Like, Lil Wayne was not playing when it came to Three-Peat. Comfortable with Babyface was fire, but you know it's the best out of all the hits? I got money, and you know it. Take it out the bank and show it and throw it like, this away, that away, this away, that away. Got money like an umbrella, Ella. I just love that. I just love that dang that how that beat sequence goes. And remember, this was during T-Pain's goated feature run. You couldn't escape T-Pain on the radio, dude. You couldn't escape T-Pain. You know what I'm saying? And then Tie My Hands with Robin Thicke. But low-key, the most underrated song on here is Let the Beat Build. Like, this dude hit him with lefts and rights. Lefts and rights, bro. For real. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no with him and Joel Santana and Fabulous. It was alright. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, this album has too many bangers on it for me not to leave it as number one for 08. And it's not even about Lollipop or Milli. It's the other stuff, okay? And with that being said, man, that's the end of my top 10 R&B and hip hop and rap albums of 2008. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so whenever I upload, and I'll see you all in the next video when we cover the year that was the definition of mid. 2009. Until then, take care, y'all. Deuces.